Hi there, Henry Smith here from IamWealthyandRich.com. We'll talk about how to understand the game of money and play it well. Welcome to today's video update. And let's make sure the sound's working. Yeah, it's working. So every day I update a cryptocurrency portfolio on a daily basis, and most of the time I document it with a video. And I've been doing this since February 2021. So welcome to today's update. Make sure you stay to the end of this call because I always talk about this video rather. But I always talk about other things after the update. So let's go to today's update. Share my screen. Here's my spreadsheet. And by the way, please understand I'm not a financial advisor or financial planner, so make sure you do your own due diligence before you make any financial decisions. And understand that all investing can be risky. Don't invest more money than you can afford to lose. So yesterday, for the past 3 days, basically 4 days, we've had a red day. It's been a red zone really, and the market's been down, and it's quite interesting. It's gone down in a downward trajectory is what I mean, and so that's okay, that's fine. So this has 3 columns: altcoin, Bitcoin, and a totals column. And the green is when it's gone forward on the previous day, red when it's gone backward on the previous day. So you can see we've got red, red, green, red, green, red, green, which shows the market goes up and down, up and down, up and down. And these can be used for analysis and case studies. That's the reason why I'm doing it. The portfolio consists of one whole Bitcoin and a selection of specially selected research alternative coins or coins apart from Bitcoin. That's the total. This is US dollars. This is the same portfolio, just in British pounds or pound sterling. This is the percentage split. So 20% is in Bitcoin, 80% of the funds are in alternative coins. It was actually 25-75. But the altcoins are kind of moved forward a little bit faster. That's why it seems to, this is dynamic, it's not fixed. So I haven't changed the amount of money that I put in these things. So shows altcoins growing just a little bit faster than Bitcoin at the moment. But it could go back to 25-75. Get the figures from a live feed into an asset group, and I get the final figures here. That's how that happens. So the figure I want is this figure here, 202,207.84. So today's date, 7th of December. Time is 3:15 in the UK, and I forgot the figure. What is that figure? 202,207.84. 202,207.84. Yeah. Let's bring that down. That is up. It's obviously up on yesterday. So that is 14,000 up on yesterday. So color that green. And let's go to the next one. Yeah. 253,877.27. 253,877.27. Let's think. Yeah. Want to be quick, you see, because this updates every 10 minutes, so in real time. But anyway, well, 10 minutes behind. So let's bring this down. 16,000. Change this to green. Bring this down. Right. Change this to green. Close that. I don't know why this doesn't stay bold. So basically, the green day. So the market, crashed a little bit, flash crash as they call it, and recovered a little bit, 16,000 today, 16,892. Bitcoin is up 2,486, and the altcoin portfolio is up 14,405. So that's fine, that's good. We always know that the market would recover when it crashes. It's kind of funny how human nature goes. You kind of think it's the end of the world when it crashes, and when it's really, really high, it's never going to go down. After every expansion, there's a contraction. After every contraction, there's an expansion. expansion, contraction. That's just the way it goes. Let's take a closer look at markets. So this is the total cryptocurrency market. It's now 2.3 trillion, 2.37 trillion. Yeah, it was so it's gone up, a couple of hundred billion, well, a few hundred billion. So it's doing pretty well, recovering. Obviously, it's got to get back up to the 3 trillion that it was at before, the record high, but it's recovering, which is good. This stochastic RSI showing that we're waiting for this blue to cross over the red and head upwards. The blue and the red line should head upwards, just like these do. So right now we're at the bottom of this, so the momentum is upwards. It's in a position to recover. Again, 1, 2, 3. There's been a downward momentum, but there's people buying in the market, it shows here. And this actually shows the money flowing into the market. Money is flowing to the market, or it's temporarily stopped, but it's flowing into the market, which is okay. Look more closely. Yeah, so money is flowing into the market, even though it's tapered off. But money is flowing up, that's what creating the recovery. So there's a recovery. After the crash, there is a recovery. In fact, let's just take a look at the fear in the index. So yesterday's was extreme fear. It's still extreme fear, but yesterday was 16, so it's really low down here. Now it's 25, so the market's not that afraid as they were yesterday. They're getting a little bit more brave and jumping into the water. Many investors are taking it as an opportunity to buy low, and so there's promise that it's going to recover. Close a look at Bitcoin. The Gaussian channel. As I said yesterday, that this candle finished printing and it went into the Gaussian channel. The next candle that came out after it was this one. So this one is going to be. So this previous one represents 5 days of activity, including that particular day when it really dipped. This one was just born yesterday, so to speak, and that's about 4 hours. It's got 4 hours. 4 days and 9 hours left. So it was born. I don't know. 24 minus 9. 14, 13, 15 hours ago. 15 hours old, this candle. So it's got another 5 days, 4.5 days. So we shall see if it can get out of the Gaussian channel. It's probably going to attempt it because it's green, it looks bullish. Or if it's going to turn dark green and sink further down below this orange line. Remember, the Gaussian channel is rising, which is an interesting thing here. It's not where it used to be, so it's much easier for it to, it's much harder for it to get out and much easier for it to fall in as this, the tide, the water is rising, so to speak. All these levels are going to have to be moved up a little bit, but we've still got to watch to see how this forms over the next 4.5 days. Does it stay in the Gaussian channel? Is this the highest it's going to go, or is it going to poke its head above the Gaussian channel? We shall see. The golden cross and the death cross has come from moving averages. Actually, I was going to show. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to show. So this came from a closer look at this. Back down. So I've been talking about this trend. Now we're talking about Bitcoin, okay? And this trend line, which started way back here, May, stroke June, is where Bitcoin, the corridor of Bitcoin has been going, and it went upwards to the upper part of the roof of the trend line and went outside of it. And usually, this is when you draw a trend line and you can see it working within a trend line, it normally stays within a trend line. And if it breaks out of the trend line, then you have to kind of draw a different trend line going in a different direction. But what we have here is, yes, it broke out of the trend line, but it came back into the trend line, and it broke out and came back, which means it respects this trend line. Okay, yeah, it's allowed to poke its head outside. Okay, but it doesn't mean that it's changing trend. So the trend was maintained here, and so it goes up in this trend line, down in this trend line, up in this trend line. This is just an anomaly. Just ignore that. It still respects the trend line, and it's gone down into the trend line, and then of course it came out. So did it come out of this trend line to form a new trend, or is it going back into the trend line and going to resume and then go back up? You understand? That's the interesting thing, to see what path Bitcoin is following. But it looks like this retracement looks like it's about to go back into the trend line. So we have to watch this carefully. Closer look at it, like this, a 4 hour. You know, it's trying to get through this. If it gets through this, that means it's going to be continuing this trend line. It's most likely to continue this trend line. If it doesn't, well, then that means it's going to start a new trend. So we looked at this, yeah. So this also is a downward trend within. So this is an upward trend. Back down. This is an upward trend, but within this upward trend, there's a downward trend, and we'll see it was working on a downward trend within an upward trend. And again, it came out of this trend line, but it looks like it's now going back into it. Is it going to hit this roof and then continue in this trend line downwards? We don't know. How can it go upwards and downwards at the same time? Well, this is Bitcoin. These particular moving average line, the 50-day moving average line and the 200-day moving average, were projected to meet, but because of the recovery, it looks like that is still been delayed for now. So these are just projections. It really ends here, ends here. That's where it ends. All the rest is just projection. So we shall see. We'll watch this carefully and keep you updated on Bitcoin's journey. But really, you know, it's just an interesting journey, to be honest with you. It doesn't make any difference if you're hodling, if you're investing correctly, whether it's going up or down or sideways. Generally, over the long, you know, the big picture is that it is going up. So just remember that when in doubt, as they say, zoom out. I don't know, a week. So, you know, at the end of the day, you know, it's going up. That's all that matters. But yes, there's going to be some bumps along the way. Just understand that. And there are ways you can capitalize on those bumps if you want to learn how to do that. But maybe that might be coming next year. We open up a special class for showing those who can capitalize on the ups and downs of the market when you know what you're doing. But look out for that. But in the meantime, you want to get yourself in order. You want to get your house in order. Okay, two ways: mentally and financially. And to do that, what you need to do is go to this website here, our website, IamWealthyandRich.com, how to understand the game of money and play it well. And scroll down to this form here, fill in the short form, get your millionaire mindset investment strategy now, free. Okay, fill in the short form, get access, apply what I teach in the videos regarding the mindset training, the millionaire mindset training, and understand the basic investment strategy. And then once, you know, you'll also be on the list for notification. Once we bring out the new service, you'll be alerted through email. So, and you can come back and watch some previous videos as well. But don't forget to stop the share. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this video. I like these videos behind me because it's still lifestyle. That's available for both you and myself if you do the right thing. And the I Am Wealthy and Rich is not about I, as in me, it's about you. you are wealthy and rich, but you talking about yourself, you've got to say, I am wealthy and rich. When you start the millionaire training, you'll understand what I mean. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I've said that. Thanks very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now. Bye.